Hello everybody, Cedric and CJ here, CRWC, and we will be reviewing All Elite Wrestling Rampage. And this opens with a trios title match, the Hardys and Brother Zay versus the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. And my thought was the challengers don't team up. Since they don't team up, how do they earn the title shot in a sports-based company? Either case, double team move and pin on Brother Zay with Jeff Hardy late to break up the pin.
Yep.
Eddie Kingston talks about his match with Rocky Romero later on, and Jay Lethal comes in talking about how he sacrificed for the Ring of Honor, and Kingston is not fit to be champion. And so Eddie walks away chuckling as if Jay is a nobody, saying his back hurts, but he has to go beat up Rocky.
Yeah, I see you. That's all he said.
Yep. The mention of his back is more of a legal term, seeing that he canceled many indie dates, saying that he has to save his back for the primary events that own the titles he holds. What you gonna say, girl?
Look, aside from that, Eddie, folks keep coming at Eddie saying the same thing. You aren't fit. Like, you know what?
We get it. He's out of shape.
And blow it out your ass, man. Yeah. Leave me alone. If you can't come with nothing more creative than that.
It's like the insults when people would give me in middle and high school, and I'm like, and they get mad when I tell them, look, that's boring. You know, I've heard that for too long. It doesn't do anything, and it's never meant anything. Just come up with something new. Actually try to hurt my feelings. And, you know, they can never meet that challenge. You know, and that's about how this is. It's like, you're not fit. You're not fit. We get it. He got a gut. He's not ripped. And all that. He probably doesn't have that much cardio. Okay, we get it. Help a brother out. Help train him. Offer it to him. You know, y'all are, you know, inclusive, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like AEW went from being inclusive to the burying show.
I mean, the very least, Jay could have been like, I was one of the best always champions that ever lived and still breathes. So if you really want to be always champion, you got to beat me.
Yep. You beat someone you don't like. Who hasn't? But you got to beat someone that has made that belt what that belt is.
Exactly. That's the way he should have came at him.
Yep. You know, but yeah. So next is after that commercial, New Japan Strong Openweight title match, Rocky Romero versus Eddie Kingston. Note, they already decided that Kingston would go into Wrestle Dream as a double champion.
Yep.
So it makes sense that Rocky will lose.
Yep.
But it was still really a good match.
It was.
It was a really good match. Rocky does the Forever Clothesline and is countered with an Uraken, and that stunned him, and then he's knocked down after the next one. And then the stretch plum is applied. Once the arm was cranked, Rocky submits. It was good. We popped on that.
Yeah. Because
he real like forever. He ran in, pop. We was like, oh,
I mean, it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
Beautiful.
Rocky lost his butt.
Rocky tried to do the middle rope hung and then drop kick. Eddie made that move look better.
Yes.
That was good. He was like, that's all you got? And he was swiping at him. Rocky popped him. He popped Rocky. Rocky popped him, middle kick, you know, and a spinning soba, you want to be more accurate. And that's what dropped Eddie, and then Rocky did his drop kick. So that looked good.
Yeah, it made it look so much better than opposed to, let me put you right here. You look like you're hurt while you're balancing on this rope.
Yeah, make sure you hold yourself up with your hands so I can do this right. After the match, Code of Honor was shown by Eddie and Romero, shows extra respect for each other. Then Shibata comes out and showed a strong level of respect for Kingston with the handshake and closed fist handshake. It was nice. It was good, you know, and it makes you want to see the match a little bit more.
It does.
In the back, the father of Yosemite Sam and the first found kid from the back of a milk carton did a promo against FTR, wanting to say, and they say they want to be the best in the world. So there you go. That kid grew up and they found him. It's Kyle Fletcher.
What's the other dude's name? His partner?
Something.
That Yosemite saying, I've been trying to put my finger on it for months. He's got a serious Yosemite Sam mustache. When he closes his mouth, he's not even there anymore. It's just a mustache on face.
And see, just the reason why I even came up with the Yosemite Sam thing in the first place. But I was like, he'd be Yosemite Sam's dad, you know? That's what he'd be. So then the Righteous versus Caleb Crush and Gunn.
It was squash. Of course it was a squash.
I was like, his name is Gunn. G-U-N-N.
No, it's Gunner.
It's Gunner?
G-U-N-N-A-R.
Oh,
I said Gunnar.
Oh, I thought you was trying to add something there. I thought you were trying to put a little stank on his name.
No.
Okay. Still stupid. Anyway, he needs a first name or a last name. You can't be Gunner. You know?
I mean, if he had a first name, he'd just be Jim Gunner or Brian Gunner.
If he was all bulked up, his first name should be Mateus. Mateus Gunner.
Ethan Gunner.
No, Mateus Gunner.
I'm telling you, he's probably got one of them names. Be like, oh yeah, little Billy Gunner from 6th grade.
You. Don't do that.
What?
I think Mateus is better.
Yeah, but he don't look like a Mateus. You got to have some stature to have a name like Mateus.
If he bulked up,
he has to bulk up and more.
What in the world?
I don't know, man. It take a lot more than bulk.
Okay, Claudius Gunner.
That's all right. Yeah.
Vlad Gunner.
Vlad. He could be just Vlad.
Yeah.
With Vlad.
He don't look like a Vlad.
He don't look like a Gunner. Or Mateus.
You know what? He looks like a Mike.
Mike Smith from 6th grade. Yeah.
Yeah. Stelio Cantos. Okay, so Dutch hit two high impact 180 boss man slams.
Oh, and they're beautiful.
The first on Crush was like the crowd popped. And then then Vincent fed him Gunner, and that one put some stank on it.
When Big Bill does it, it's all right, but he's got this leaning drop thing that he does. You know, it's his own style on it. But man,
he falls back with it, but
when Dutch does it, it's crisp.
Dutch, he literally drives him to the mat.
It's really, really reminiscent of Boss Man.
Not necessarily. Boss Mans won't that. No, Boss Mans won't that good.
Really?
Really? I mean, okay, look. Just hear me out, y'all. The Big Boss Man, Ray Trailer, whichever you want to go by, his was the best that will ever be, because without it, we wouldn't have this. All right? However, in terms of how it's done today, Boss Man's was all right. It wasn't high impact, and he was safe with it. He was safe. The way people do it today, if they're safe with it, you can't tell. There's a difference. You know, it's just a small difference. But after that, Vincent, he hit the assisted body run ace crusher and pin for the win of the match. We look up Boss Man's afterwards.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, let's do that.
You know, and then while playing Final Fantasy and typing, I heard a man talking about Payback. When I looked up, it was Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne's got a good voice.
Yep.
He's got a good voice.
If I don't, like I said, if you ain't looking at him, you think it was a man.
His voice don't. Leave him alone, man.
Nope.
Leave him
that
alone.
Boy can't wrestle.
His voice don't suit his body, just like Darby's voice don't suit his body. Darby started talking.
Straight up. I got to say this. Darby's voice didn't suit his body, but the way Darby handles himself, it does now. It's like Darby, like when we watch Son of Ogre, Baki Hanma.
Yeah.
It's just Baki, right? But then once he's ready to fight, it's like this dude then got huge.
Yeah.
It's little things like that.
Darby's got a presence. Darby's had a presence since the first time he stepped in the door. You didn't know what it was, but you saw it. I mean, at least I did.
Yeah. Darby has a presence, but Darby isn't a presence. And he isn't a present because he's not booked to be a presence. He is booked to do things.
Yeah.
That's it. There is nothing memorable about anybody in this company. There's nothing memorable. Everyone's going for that big moment or that funny moment or a moment. You need a longevity personality that stands out. You can't act as a wrestler. You have to be a wrestler. You have to be who you are. Sting. This Sting, not necessarily memorable, but face paint, as my friend would call him, Malibu Sting, even though he's from Venice Beach. The bright colored Sting, that's memorable. That was memorable. Ric Flair was always memorable. There's a thing that people have, and every human being has it. You just have to be it and wrestle and have your wrestling be an extension of your personality.
When coming back to Darby, I very much think that his wrestling is an extension of his personality.
It is.
And
but he's never with anything that does anything.
What stands out about Darby more and more as I watch him wrestle is he's got an amazing amount of control over his body. And because he's got that control over his body, when he takes hits, they look terrible.
Yes.
They look terrible. He could do better at selling the points. Yes, he could. But
Darby I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you what Darby missing. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give up the game. Darby Allin needs to learn to sell the match. He needs to sell the match. This dude is little. The crowd pops when he takes a big hit. Mm-hmm. But they don't thoroughly get behind him like they should or they could because his comebacks as if he never got hurt in the first place. If Darby Allin sold like Ricky Morton, panties would be dropping.
Or, who else is good? Trent Beretta.
If he sold like Trent or Ricky Morton, it would be up there. Because your heart would bleed for him. Mm-hmm. People coming over the rail, I'm sure, after a bit, people be coming over the rail, especially with someone like Christian Cage working on them. Mm-hmm. People coming over that railing. You want somebody to feel like somebody needs to save this guy, not, okay, when's he going to make his comeback and when's he going to do, what move is he going to do? If that's what you're waiting on, then this guy hasn't sold anything to you. That's just it. If you are waiting for the next move, the wrestler hasn't sold anything. That's just it. You shouldn't be waiting for the next move. You should be wondering if this guy can come back and win. Can this person in general get up and win? Can they whoop this heel like the heel needs to be whooped? That's what you need. But if they're not doing that, then they haven't sold it to you, and you have to figure out why they haven't. And when you figure out why they haven't, that's what you need to write on X, or if you still want to call it Twitter, and send that to Tony Khan and all those, talented people signed to that company. Send that. That's what you do. Just saying. Go to the movie theater and they've got no concessions. They got nothing to sell you. Are you really interested in that movie now? Even if you go in and look at that stuff and say, I ain't paying that much for that. At least it's there. Anyway.
That's why you come with a woman with a large purse.
Zack Sabre Jr. talked trash on Danielson. But Zack Sabre Jr. or ZSJ was missing the TV title. He's got it, it just won't own him at the time. He ain't that far from having it for a year that Cedric had looked up.
Yep, he won it January 4th.
We get to the main event, Ruby Soho versus Hikaru Shida, and Sheeta won with a kick to the head and pin because that's how she beats Ruby Soho every single time. But Cedra wanted to say something, and
I did. About what?
You was upset. You was like, you said, "I am so tired.
I'm tired of them pushing Sheeta."
And I said, "Save it for the."
I'm tired of them pushing Sheeta. They let her win. Stupid. They let her win the darn belt, right? Yay! She won the belt, and now she can hold it and wrestle in front of fans with it. Yay! Then you take it from her. What? 3 weeks later? She's like the epitome of transition champions, and she loses it in like some
4-way match. She didn't get beat for it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even. What was the point of making her the champion? Who was the champion before that?
I don't know. I don't care.
Storm? Look, Tony Storm.
I think so.
You should have just held it. And then, you already had the plan to have Saraya win it at Wembley. So she should have just wrestled. You could have done so much more with it if you let her wrestle Tony Storm at Wembley, break up the group, have some drama and crap going. No. And then you give it to Hikaru Shida, take it from her, and now she's on TV all the time. For what? Okay, now she's got a chance to win the belt. Y'all not gonna give that belt back to her and take it off Saraya? Yeah, y'all a bunch of stupid.
When this is real life, okay, E-Fed communities. E-Fed communities. What happens is you got your E-Fed, it's all, this is real life. I'm not joking. This is what Tony Khan is doing. All right. When you have an E-Fed and then somebody says, hey, I want to make this wrestler for your E-Fed or this character for your E-Fed or something like that. And you're like, all right, cool, because, usually some E-Fedders just don't have standards. So they'll take anybody not really realizing or thinking about what is going on, right? So then that person that has their character in that E-Fed, they say, when you're going to make them a champion? It don't take long. They get about 2 matches. They say, when are you going to make him a champion? Win or lose? When are you going to make him a champion? And you're like, what in the world? So think about it. Everybody that gets there, I want to be champion. I want to be champion. Maybe a champion. Tony Khan wants to please them. Instead of saying, why don't you just shut your damn mouth and shut up and wait until I give you whatever the hell I want to give you. If I want to make you a champion, I make you a champion. Other than that, just get paid and shut up. Just shut the fuck up, all of you. Just slam his door. Shut the fuck up. And then they all like, man, what is wrong with him? Be like, hey, shut up. And then after that, he'd be like, we're going to conduct some business. And then he'd be like, look, I am grading everything about you in that ring. Your style, your presence, how much of an impact on the crowd, all of that. And you know what? The one that can actually carry the belt, the one that looked like a champion, act like a champion, dressed like a champion, that's going to be my champion. So I suggest y'all get your shit in order, shut the fuck up, train, get better, and then we'll see what goes on and say a month. Look at your watch, time ticking. And then that's it. If you don't want to listen to the trainers, you're going to find out because you sure enough ain't going to be a champion. And that's just it. And just move on. That's all Tony Khan got to do. That's it. It's not hard. It's not hard. Yeah, I'm signing you to thousands and thousands of dollar contract, in some cases $1 million plus. Shut the fuck up until I tell you what I want to give you. It's that simple. You work for me. You are supposed to entertain the crowd with what? Wrestling, some quick wit, some promos. We don't have writers like that. We shouldn't need them. You're professional wrestlers. Be professional. Y'all suck so bad. I gotta keep the Ring of Honor titles over here to get eyes on Ring of Honor, where people ain't going to watch Ring of Honor because the titles are here. And then people on Ring of Honor, the best ones there, I'm bringing here to get eyes on them because reasons. They're never going to hold the titles that they left the other company for. You see how disarray I am? Shut the fuck up. I got nobody watching Ring of Honor because everybody in Ring of Honor that's important is here. Somebody be like, yeah, Tony, anybody want to think about it? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about that. Tony Khan's like, I'm trying to please everybody and I just want everybody to get belts. So every 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to pass this belt around. We had great champions, but they left because reasons. It's just in shambles. It's an e-fed ran by somebody that don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. That's all this is. I really do wish Tony Khan would take a step back, think about what he's doing, and stop trying to be the advertising promoter and the false hype man for his own show. And just, what the hell am I doing and why am I trying to do it? I got a wrestling company. I'm fulfilling my dream of having my own e-fed. But how is it WWE, their secondary show, SmackDown, has a high average of 2 million people watching every week. And I can't even seem to get really on a consistent beyond 897,000. And by the end, WWE might lose about 200,000. I lose on average 300,000 to 500,000. I mean, like, something's wrong with this.
Need to reassess what's going on.
Yes. Take a step back. See what you're really working with. You know? Because the truth is, he's got a lot of great talent, but he himself is not talented. He can't manage his shows. And his mind is divided so much. He's trying to run everything on if I rotate these people in and rotate these people out, and I make these people champion, and then I can do this. It's like, no, now you're all screwed. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll tell you something not fixed. Want to tell you what I fixed?
What?
If he was well, MJF and Adam Cole, they would be on Ring of Honor. They'd be on Ring of Honor every week. They would be either talking or defending or just having a match. That's what they would do. You won the belt, you're going to be on it. It's that simple.
I want Dutch and Vincent to beat them so bad. Just because I like Dutch and Vincent, and this bromance, is temporary. You need to go ahead and get it over with. And plus, it will bring the ROH titles back to ROH.
Yeah. But since ROH is AEW, have they really left? Mm-hmm. He could simplistically just make an AEW title a secondary tag title, and anyone on any show can go for it depending upon how good they look, yada, yada, yada. I think that would be all right. Not unless he wants to just, if you're going to keep it separate like this, Ring of Honor and AEW, then you keep your Ring of Honor on Ring of Honor. Yep. Keep your AEW on AEW.
Yep.
Don't mix it. But I know. What do y'all think? Let me know. Let me know what y'all would do. And let us know. Should we even keep covering Rampage? Should we? Nothing really comes out of Rampage.
And we don't really watch most of it.
No, we kind of skip it. But clearly we watch enough. We know this much. Yeah. So what do y'all think? Should we keep watching Rampage? What do you think Tony Khan should do with his Ring of Honor titles? What do you think he should do? But in any case, we're going to get up out of here. Mm-hmm. Wrestle Dreamers tomorrow. Don't know if we're going to watch it live or not. Not so sure. Depends on how everything goes. There's a lot going on tomorrow for us. So look, this has been Cedric and Cedric for CRFP and Commentary, All Elite Wrestling Rampage. Y'all be good, be chill, be safe, and we will see you next time.